Hi my dear skincare bugs, welcome back to the channel, and today we'll be talking about retinoids. So if you're new and you want to know how to use retinoids or how to find the right formulation, so this is going to be a little long video. So what I want you guys to do is just get a notebook, notepad and a pen so that you can take notes while I am here blabbering. So what are the differences between retinols and tretinoin? Now retinols are a lot milder, while tretinoin is something that is prescription grade. The problem with tretinoin and tazarotene is that these are extremely irritating for so many people, and these are not the retinoids that you want to jump into. I will highly suggest priming it with something that's a lot more gentle. Basically just starting with retinols and then moving to the stronger ones with time. So with retinols, tretinoin, retinoids, the entire family of it, the goal is not to have results in a month, in a couple of months. You want to consistently keep using them for years and years and years to maintain your skin's health. It does not happen overnight. It does not happen over a month. Now what happens is retinols are a form of vitamin A, and when they go into your skin they have to be processed by different enzymes a couple of times to finally make the tretinoin version. So we're going to go from retinol palmitate, which is the mildest form, usually works for the most sensitive skins as well. Then retinol, which is a little moderate, and this is the most common form of retinol that is used. Then you have retinaldehyde, which is stronger than retinol, a little milder than tretinoin, and then adapalene, and then tazarotene and other newer forms. So is retinol as good as tretinoin? So let's just solve this dilemma. If you're using tretinoin and it is not working for you, it's making your skin angry, irritated, inflamed, you're constantly peeling, you're having a lot of breakouts and your skin just looks irritated and red all the time, it's clear that tretinoin is not working for you. And now who should use retinols? I feel like retinols are so versatile, they give you so many benefits that almost every single person can use them. If you're pregnant, don't use them, and if you are in your teens, don't use them. I would say that every single person can use retinols and they're going to have significant changes and improvement in skin texture, elasticity, thickness, just the way your skin looks, your skin's radiance and overall health and complexion. And anybody who is not able to tolerate stronger ones like tretinoin or even adapalene, I would say just start with a retinol, and I'm going to tell you more about retinols in this video. So based on the formulas, you're going to have cream based, gel based, gram active ones, something that is encapsulated retinol, something that's based in emulsion. All of these are different formulations. If you get something that's encapsulated, you just want to know that it's in a capsule and it releases slowly over time, so it's going to be a lot less irritating. Okay, so Recoil is a brand that makes affordable products in India, and they sent me a few of their new retinol formulations which I just wanted to try out initially, and then we decided to collaborate. So a part of this video, this one is sponsored by Recoil. What they've done is something really interesting. They've started with a 0.1% retinol, then a 0.3% retinol, and then a 0.5% retinol. That means that if you are a new baby, start with the lowest concentration. After you finish a couple of tubes of this, move to the next and then move to the next. So you know the formulation, the intensity keeps on increasing. I'll tell you why the formula is something that I really like. Now this formula is really creamy and really hydrating. So if you just cleanse your face, double cleanse, and then just use this directly on your skin after your skin is dry, this is going to act not just like a retinol formula, it's also going to act like a moisturizer. Directly apply this and go to sleep. It's hydrating, it does not cause a lot of irritation, it's very creamy, and yeah, it feels just great on your skin. So anybody who feels like they're too oily and acne prone, especially with the summers in India, I would say just cleanse your face properly, apply a thin layer of this, and then just go to sleep. You don't need an additional moisturizer or anything at all. It does not have fragrance, it does not have any essential oils. Along with that, you have different strengths that can be used for different skin types and how well your skin is tolerating it. And it is not greasy, so it's not going to really cause you acne. The ingredient list is just really crazy. You can go to Enki Decoder. I'm going to put the link down below. You can just enter the name of your product, and then it gives you a sorted list of all the ingredients and what ingredient does what and how irritating it is. So that's a quick tip for you guys. The 0.1% retinol is really a beginner friendly formulation. It's something that everybody can just start onto as a basic nighttime serum, cream, night cream formula. This is the one that I would get any over here that you can refer to based on the cost per ml and however it works. Alright, the next one is the 0.3%. So after you're done using a couple of tubes of the 0.1 retinol, you can switch to 0.3. Again, if you've used any other retinol serum and you want to try this one, you can surely start with 0.3 or 0.5. Now you need to know that as you increase the concentration, it might slightly be more irritating. So just be careful when you are going for a higher concentration, because higher concentration does not make it better. It can just be counterproductive really. This is where I wanted to screenshot the table. Alright. If you want to use tretinoin, go for it, be my guest. But again, I have personally used tretinoin for many months, and when I initially started, my skin was just red for the first 3 to 6 months. I think that was a big mistake that I did. I was not well informed about it. What I would suggest is use a retinol formula for at least a couple of months before making that switch, and this is a great one to start. The quantity is also great. The formula is protected in a metal case, does not have any sun exposure that way, and it's a basic tube. There's not much of packaging and a lot of fuss over here, so this is a great one really. So now you've made your mind, you want to use retinol, but what is a routine that would work? So I'm giving you a sample skincare routine that you can surely blindly follow, or you can modify it based on the products that you have. I'm not going to tell you to just use the products that I'm recommending. No, use what works for you. If you have something in your cabinet that works for you, just stick to that. Do not purchase new products just for the sake of it. Alright, whatever works for you works for you. Alright, so in the morning you want to start with a cleanser, which is going to be a very gentle cleanser. In the morning you don't really need a harsh cleanser because at night you've cleansed properly. Alright, so morning, gentle cleanser. The serum, and then the second one is going to be a serum. Now this morning time serum can be based on what your problem is. If you have oily and acne prone skin, something with AHAs and BHAs might help. Something like azelaic acid for pigmentation. If you already have a prescription medicine with hydroquinone or kojic acid or arbutin, these ones can be incorporated in your morning skincare routine. And then you want to end with a good sunscreen. If you're using a retinoid, in terms of retinol, tretinoin, adapalene, any active in your skincare routine, please make sure that you're using a great sunscreen. So there are two ways that people do prefer nighttime skincare cleansing. The first cleanse is usually the one that takes everything away. You can use micellar water or you can use a cleansing oil, whatever works for you. And then you want to follow it up with a very gentle cleanser. Now if you don't like the two-step cleansing, just use a great foaming cleanser, a single cleanser, let it foam, massage it really well for a minute and wash it off. At the next is going to be just let your face dry completely, let it dry. You want to wait 10-15 minutes after your face. What you want to do is just take a pea size amount. I would say that this is a pea size amount in general. And what you want to do is just apply 3 dots, such a great formula. What you want to do is just go with 1, 2, 3 dots on your forehead, 1, 2, 3 dots on your cheek, 1, 2, 3 more dots on your cheek, then 1 over here, 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 and whatever is left, rub it into your hands, back, and then on your neck. Alright, and you want to massage it onto your skin. Alright, even while you're massaging, please don't go too close to your eyes, over here, okay, on the sensitive areas. Just skip that. If you have irritation when using retinols, a couple of things that will really help you. First thing is going to be applying Vaseline to protect some areas that are really sensitive, like we talked about. The second is going to be sandwich method, where you apply a moisturizer before applying retinol. Alright, if you still have irritation, skip a day and then apply it on alternate days. Fourth thing is going to be switch to a low concentration or reduce the frequency of usage. Still can't do that, reduce the quantity, the pea size amount that you're using, into a half size amount. And if you still have irritation and you're using any ingredients that have any products with active ingredients and chemical peels and all of that, stop doing that as well. A couple of things that you want to avoid when using retinols is going to be, avoid using retinols if you're using other active ingredients like AHAs, BHAs and benzoyl peroxide. These really don't gel together really well. The second is going to be, never use any form of retinoid on damp or wet skin, because this will cause a lot of irritation, which we do not want. Irritated skin is not cool. The third thing is, always make sure that you are wearing a lot of sunscreen. Anytime you're using active ingredient, or in general, a rule of thumb, if you want great skin, use sunscreen. The first step for having great skin is going to be protecting your skin, and then we'll treat. First is preventing and protecting from all the bad things happening around, and then the next thing is going to be just treating it. Alright, so start using a sunscreen all the time, every single day, irrespective of you being indoors and outdoors. Just use that sunscreen, okay? You are pregnant, you want to strictly avoid using this. So this is all that there is to understand about retinols, the basics of basics, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until the next time,